Hey guys, welcome back to iBuddies, and today we will be doing Math SL. Now, as you students may know, we've been really covering right angle triangles in class, and this video is gonna help you guys. I'm gonna help you guys learn more about right angle properties and trigonometry. Now, before you guys continue with this video, I want you guys to pause and then try to solve this yourself and see where you're struggling and which areas of this problem you can't do. Guys, so this is how it's supposed to look when it's solved, and I know it may seem intimidating at first, but I'm gonna break it down for you guys. It's just step by step, and we're gonna work through it. So first, when you're given two triangles, you always want to try and create a right angle. So by doing that, what I did was I split this big triangle, this big black triangle, into two right angle triangles. And as you can see from this green dashed line. Now, yeah, you always keep in mind, you always have to try and create right angles, because one of my classmates asked me, how do I know how to split the triangles? Well, as long as you create two right angles, then you're splitting it the right way. And then once you create two right angles, you have just to work your way up. So you have to find h, and you just know these values. So for this triangle, you want to find out the length of the dashed line. And if you have the 90-degree angle right there and the 40-degree angle right there, you can solve this one, but it's not really necessary for you. But you can solve it, which is just 90 plus 40, and then you subtract by 180, which is the angle of a triangle, and you get 50 degrees. But you don't really need it. So then for this height, you do the sine of 40. So you guys have to remember SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. So if you have this angle, and you want to find the opposite side of the angle, but you have the hypotenuse, which is opposite of the right angle, so that's how you know it's the hypotenuse, then you obviously have to pick this sine trigonometry. So you set it up as sine of 40 is opposite, which is this line, dashed line right there, over the hypotenuse, which is from point A to point B, which is 20. If you set it up, it's going to be sine of 40 equals x over 20. Then by algebraically, you can multiply by 20 to cancel out the 20s, to isolate x, and then x equals 12.85. So you know that this length is 12.85. And then, since you know that a straight line is equal to 180, and you have these two angles right there, which you solved this one from the previous, and then this one was given, then you just do 180, which is a straight line, minus 50 plus 55, which gives you this angle right there, which is 75. And then from there, you want to try and find this angle, A. By finding A, it's going to help you find H, which you guys are going to see later. So if you have 75 and you have 12.85 for this length, so you're obviously going to do the adjacent part of the angle, so the line adjacent to the angle, which is 12.85, divided by the hypotenuse, which we're trying to solve, which is, in this case, it's A. So if you set it up, it's going to be cosine of 75, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, over 12.85 over A, which is what you're trying to find. And again, you solve it algebraically. You divide 12.85 by cosine of 75, and you get 49.64 as A. So as you can see here, 49.64. And finally, now that you have this length right there, the hypotenuse of this big triangle, and then you have the angle, you can solve for H. So if you have the angle and you want to find the one opposite to it, but you have the hypotenuse, then you're obviously going to use sine again. So sine of 55 is h over 49.64. And then you cancel out the 49.64 by multiplying it to both sides. And then you find that h is 40.66. Alright guys, so one last tip that I have for you guys for trigonometry and solving right angle triangles is which type of trig do you have to use? Well, some people get confused between using cosine or sine or tangent. You just have to look at the values you have and make from that. So for example, let's say that from point B to point C was 49.64 instead. So if I'm trying to find H and I have point B to point C, if I have that length, then I would do opposite over adjacent, because I have the adjacent side, so I'm making use of that. So opposite over adjacent is going to be the cosine, or the tangent, sorry, because it's opposite over adjacent, of 55 equals h over 49.64. and then you just solve for it algebraically, and it should give you the same answer. This concludes right angle triangles. I just want you guys to remember that I beat Mr. Harris in this challenge, and just for you guys, your Math SL peeps. And just comment down below what you want me to take a video of next, and subscribe, like, and peace.